What say you, Mr. Foreperson? Is the defendant guilty or not guilty of the crime of murder in violation of 53A-54A sub A of the Connecticut General Statutes, of which she now stands accused in the first count of the state's information?
Guilty.
Breaking news, a jury has found Ellen Wink guilty of first-degree murder. Let's get things right out to News 12 Connecticut's Marissa Alter joining us outside the courthouse. Marissa.
Eric, the jury first got this case on Wednesday and deliberated for about an hour. Then they picked back up this morning around 10. Remember, as we reported, their decision wasn't about whether or not Ellen Wink shot and killed Kurt Lametta. Wink admitted that. They had to determine whether or not this was an intended killing, as the prosecution alleged, or whether it was self-defense or extreme emotional disturbance, as the defense claimed. The jury ended up deliberating for a total of about 2 hours in those 2 days. Here is Ellen Wink learning about her fate.
What say you, Mr. Foreperson? Is the defendant guilty or not guilty of the crime of murder in violation of 53A-54A sub A of the Connecticut General Statutes, of which she now stands accused in the first count of the state's information?
Guilty.
Our full view of Wink was blocked by her attorney, but she did not have a single reaction, remaining stoic through the jury being polled individually. And then when she was handcuffed, she'd been out on bond leading up to the trial, actually since September 2022. She was taken into custody on the day of the shooting, January 20th, 2022. That is 3 years and 5 months to the day from today. When the verdict was read, the courtroom was eerily silent. Some of Lametta's loved ones later began to sniffle. But when court adjourned, his brother and sister went up to the prosecutor and hugged her. They'll return here next on September 5th for sentencing. Wink is facing up to 60 years in prison with this guilty verdict. She previously turned down a plea deal which would have had her serve 40 years in prison. Coming up on later editions of our newscast, we'll hear from Wink's attorney as well as Kurt Lametta's brother. In Stamford, Marissa Alter, News 12, Connecticut.